Hello, and welcome back to the Tribute Racing League, and you're here with Illusion IX to commentate this race. We are back for round 8 at Hungary, and we are looking forward to this race. As we have started late, we do apologise. Some tier 1 drivers couldn't make it, so we had to get a couple of tier 2s in. Hopefully the tier 2s can still perform to their best of their abilities. However, the Williams is going to be the first one out, which is the Mike 655. A new racing driver joined, I believe, today. Then followed by him will be the Red Bull of Mods SC Boy. He must be a new driver as I haven't seen him race, but hopefully they can perform. As we have got 15 drivers today. Unfortunately, some of the really good drivers that usually race every week out to perform, and obviously to try show you guys what they can do. So I believe we're halfway through this season, and there has been quite a few winners. Of course, EDMG has won a race, so as Immortal, he's won a couple. I believe Danny may have won one and all, but we're gonna go over to the first one that went out, which is the Mike 655, which will be the first driver to go around the track and set the first timed lap. So we're gonna get his point of view, as he's going to get the DRS and approach turn 1, as he's a yellow flag in sector 3, I believe. He is a new driver, so could be a difficult track for him, considering it is his first race for the TRL Tribute Racing League. So he's going to approach now into turn 4. 28.990 seconds in sector 1 as he goes up the right long turn of turn 5, watches turn 6 and 7 on the little chicane. Doesn't get much speed there. I'm going to approach turn 8 and 9 here, trying to carry as much speed as he can to maintain the pace. I believe he isn't the best on this track. He's got a 1 minute .134 in sector 2. Look like he's not the best on this track. He is still currently learning, so I believe he is new to the game. He is taking a long time, but he has made the effort to come and race in today's league. So he's going to go over for 1 minute 23.952. As De Smithen has beaten him with 1 minute 14, so there is a huge gap there. As you see, there is around about nearly a 10-second gap between him, as FIFA Legend did just cross over for 1 minute 319, sorry. As there is a couple. Obviously, Danny has got some good results. It is still currently the first season of the Tribute Racing League, and Weezy, I believe, has retired from the session. I did not see that. We got TRT Seed, hasn't raced for a long time. He is going to be on his time lap, as he has got a Ferrari teammate of R1JP1205 as his teammate. As you see, PB 715 goes into the 1 minute 15s. I can tell he can definitely get into the 114s, as that is a common mistake that people do on turn 5. Clips the curb. He's going to try to get out of the way for, I believe it is not the Red Bull. I have got mixed up. Yes, it is the Red Bull, or PB. Mixed up, as I do not know what Seed is doing. It may have a bit of tyre issues due to going out on turn 5. I see this is another new racing driver on his debut race, R1JP 1205, as Danny's trying to get out of the way for him. However, that is going to affect his timed lap of the Ferrari driver, so that's a bit disappointing for him, but he's going to get invalidated lap there. As we go over to Lord Gamer, who sadly couldn't commentate yesterday, he got lost track of time, but we'll let to commentate the race, but looks like he's on the medium, so he's just trying to get a medium lap time in. You see how they do perform, but he's going to go into the pits now. The Smith is in the pit. EDMG, who has gone up to P2, 1 minute 15.051, only P2 in the McLaren, as he does have a McLaren driver of HJ J, who did race yesterday. Did go into the top 3 for the tier 2 race, but sadly he did not get a podium. GW obviously got caught up a lot of traffic there, as you can tell, with 1 minute 37.651. So as you can tell, it looks quite smooth in turn 6 and 7 there. And obviously turn 8 and 9, looks like if you give him room he could do a really good lap, but he's on his timed lap here. Gets fastest sector 2. He's now going to approach turn 12 now. He's going to go all the way around to turn 13, along the left hand turn. Nearly loses it there, however, in the outcome of that corner. He's going to now come into turn 14. Does that really nicely. Goes on to the apex and goes over into P2. That is a really good lap time by him, but however, Mods does beat that in the 1 minute 14.866, but G-Dub just went over 1 minute 15.001. So, as you can tell there, when considering fastest lap time was in the 1 minute 14s, I do believe, in the tier 2. There's obviously a bit of trouble in the tier 1, but looks like G-Dub did have quite a lot of space there, so obviously I believe he can improve his lap time quite a lot. So I reckon he's going to be very consistent with his laps. As you see, the mic 655 has gone out of session. F7 Finn now in the Renault, and he's going to get in the 128.404 in sector 1 there. So now I'm going to come into 6 and 7s of the little chicane. As he approaches turn 9 there. Now approaches turn 10. Now approaches turn 11, of course. Doesn't carry enough speed there. Goes over 57 as his total of sector 1 and 2 added together. He's going to come up the left-handed turn of turn 13. He's now going to approach turn 14. He's going to get DRS here. As he's upshifting the gears, gonna cross over in the 120s, however, so that puts him P7 1 minute 20.326. As Danny is now on his time lap on the medium compound tyres. So obviously just trying to see how fast he can be on the mediums. However, he does loses it there of the outcome of turn 3 there. Now entered by turn 5, the long right hand turn. As you saw, C did lose it there, so if you get too close to the curb, it may spin you out and terribly lose a lot of time, as it is quite a lot of pain obviously to turn around and continue a race, but that can mainly lose you a lot of time there. Danny is now going to approach turn 12, sorry. Log Game does get in the 113.891. That is an incredible lap by Lord Gamer in the Alfa Romeo. Looks like he does have a lot of room, as you can see he is in sector 2 now, and in sector 2 at the moment. Danny does go over on the mediums and goes into P6, 1 minute 15. That is quite a good lap for the medium compound tyres. We see TRT Immortal now. He is a very, very confident driver. He's on the medium compound tyres. This Smithson goes into 1 minute 13.845, so he goes up to P1. Now, you see the top two are now in the 1 minute 14s. Then you will see there's a 1 second gap or just under between Lord Gamer and Mods in the podium position. So Mods is currently on his outlap, as Immortal does get fastest sector 1 on the medium compound tyres. He's now going to approach turn 6 and 7 for the little chicane. The outcome of that corner was fantastic by Immortal. He looks really, really good, looks really, really confident like usual. As you just see there, Renault there just getting off track, just allowing him to get past, just allowing more room for him. What a lap by Immortal. He is speeding in these corners. That is a great, that outcome. Oh, he nearly loses it there. That could lose a lot of time there. But saying that, this lap is incredible by him. He gets fastest sector 1 and goes into the 1 minute 14.560. And that allows him to go into, I believe, P3. Incredible. Incredible by Immortal. That is fantastic. That is really, really good by Immortal. So he's definitely a driver to watch in this race, as it's only in the medium compound tyres, so you never know what he can do on the softs. He could even get into the 1 minute 12, so I do believe he can get into him. He is, like I said, he's a very confident driver, will maintain the pace. He is a very dangerous driver. So if you are in front of him, you better watch out and get on that gear and just ride off as quickly as you can, because he will chase you down like a lion, as he just got fastest sector 2. Approaches turn 12 there. Now going to approach turn 13 of the left-hander turn. Doesn't lose it there, so he's going to gain more time here. He's running out of fuel. He's going to get DRS on here. He's going to approach the racing line and still goes. Still in P3. I do believe he didn't beat his previous lap there. So that is incredible. As you see, a lot of them are in the pits, so he did have a lot of room, as there's only 4 drivers out. So you got both Ferraris out, you got a McLaren out, you now just got a Racing Point out. So this lobby is very quick here. As you see, Rossi here being very unfortunately hasn't got many points. He has DNF'd in, I would say, quite a few races, but as these are less drivers today, I do expect him to get some good points for the Hungary track. However, we're just hoping that he can just perform to his abilities, as he has, like I said, crashed out in a couple of races, has just been very, very unlucky. But coming into this race, I hope he's coming in this race with a lot of confidence, thinking to himself, yeah, I'm going to get some good points in this race, and just hoping that he can at least finish the race, because unfortunately he hasn't finished many races. He has had a couple of Wi-Fi issues. He's now going to get underway on the medium compound tyres for his first timed lap. Comes out of turn 1 quite nicely there. He's now going to come down the straight, get more DRS in the DRS zone of sector 1, I believe, and loses it there. Oh, that's really annoying. I believe he may have quite a bit of wind damage there. There is a Red Bull behind him, which will be mods, so Rossi's gonna get out of the way there. Yeah, it is mods that has gone past him there, as Rossi did lose it. Of the outcome of turn 2, between turn 2 and 3, he lost it, which is very annoying for him. But he will have time. There's 2 minutes left, 2 minutes and around 15 seconds now left of qualifying. So he's obviously trying to quickly get back around and get that lap timed in. He will have to quickly time to get in the pits, quickly change to a new set of tyres, but I believe he's just out of the way. As going to look at mods, who's still trying to improve his lap time here. He's currently P4. Lord Gamer does beat his lap time and now sets a 1 minute 13.577. Incredible by him. He is definitely another to watch. Saying that, he's never started in the podium position yet, Lord Gamer. So it looks like Hungary is one of his decent tracks to watch out for him. As he did do actually quite good, I believe, in the Austria Grand Prix. I can't remember where he finished, but he did get some decent points, I do believe, at Austria. So hopefully he can actually win the Grand Prix, considering he's currently P1. Mods has been pushed down to 4th now. Immortal disqualified from the session for parking in a dangerous place. So that's gonna start Immortal all the way P16. He was in a podium position, did an incredible lap time on the medium compound tyres. He's now been disqualified. Disqualification. That's annoying as mods. I don't know if there's a problem there. No, I don't believe there's a problem there. ADMG is gonna get his lap time, his final lap time on the mediums. He has set a 1 minute 14.933 on the soft compound tyres. Gonna get DRS here. So I'm gonna push turn 2 now, as he's looking really good at the moment. Doesn't go on the curb too much there, as you did see Rossi, I believe, as we were spectating his lap, as I thought he would do good. I do believe he went two more on the curb than EDMG there, as EDMG went slightly on the curb, didn't want to spin too much there. He's now got invalidated lap. He's going to move out to the side to let other drivers passing. GWV is obviously one of them who just passed him. He's now gonna push into sector 3. He gets a plus 0.5725, sorry, on his lap time in sector 2 there. That is a lovely turn up from GWV there. Gonna approach turn 14, that long right hand turn. It's now gonna carry speed off the apex, goes over for the 1 minute 15s, as Danny has now gone into P5, sorry. As Seed's teammate is now gone up to P5, as he just beat Danny's time just there. That is incredible. As do we have any other racing drivers? I believe not. I believe some are in the pits. He's got EDMG in the pit. Looks like he will have to retire. Then we'll be getting close to the race. As you can see, there is still over 1 minute left of qualifying time remaining, as it is done now. GWV, as you can see on your screen, is got 8th position. So these are the results of short qualifying log game of P1, Smith and P2, Seed P3, Mods. His first race of the Tribute Racing League is got P4. So does R1 GP goes P5, Danny goes P6, EDMG goes P7, GWV goes P8, FIFA Legend P9, and PB P10. So that's your top 10. I couldn't get what positions the other drivers got, but they are going to give it a go to see what they can do, as we don't have all tier 1 racing drivers today. I believe we only have, I believe, a quarter of them today. Obviously, Danny's usually a driver, Immortal's usually a driver, PB, Wheezy usually a driver, EDMG usually a driver, Roshi, G-Dub. I think most of them actually are, I just haven't realised. You got OJBWW who has joined. So he might be starting at the back with Immortal, who did get disqualification for parking in a dangerous place, which will be very annoying to him, as he was P3 or P4 on the medium compound tyres in the 1 minute 14s on the medium compound tyres, so he obviously can get into the 1 minute 13s on the softs, as we are now gonna get the formation lap in, as there is 17 drivers now, so a couple have joined. I believe Wheezy joined and OJBWW has joined this session now. So Log Gamer got in the 1 minute 13s, really good for him, considering he never really starts in the top 3. First time he's starting in the top 3 for this race. Never got a podium position, has led, he did leave, I believe, the Austria Grand Prix for at least, I believe, about around 7 laps, I think it was. Did really good, did pit rather early due to a safety car earlier on the race. Pit for the mediums, I believe he got took out actually in the safety car. As the result of the safety car, he collided with another teammate, another driver, and both got took out, both had to pit. Then there was another safety car, or virtual safety car, allowed other drivers to pit. However, he did pit earlier on in the race, then led the Grand Prix, then went to pit again, then still got some decent amount of points. Is now going to be the first one to lead the Hungary Grand Prix, as we all getting very excited for this Grand Prix. See, Immortal did get P3 or P4, then got disqualification, which is very annoying. Couple of drivers have, example OJBWW did get disqualification in the Netherlands race, and we're now gonna get underway soon. We are just waiting due to someone still trying to connect. 1 red light, 2 red light, 3 red light, 4 red light, 5 red lights, and we are underway. As Log Gaming gets a really good start, as the leaderboard is mixed up, but just letting you know, Log Gamer is currently leading the Grand Prix, as the Smithon goes down the inside, gets the overtake done, goes into P1 now, as Log Gaming doesn't drop, sorry. As there's a huge crash there, only caught a little bit, quite a bit of wing damage there, and that's going to be a virtual safety car, so some people are going to have to pit there, as the leaderboard is mixed up. It does say Danny was leading the Grand Prix, but he's definitely not. I don't know if Wheezy just got wing damage there. OJ does get a 5-second penalty. A lot of 5-second penalties hanging out. As you can see, Ross got penalty. Quite a few penalties. Law Gamers, however, does still lead the Grand Prix. So lap 1, virtual safety car due to cars at the back crashing. I do not know what happened, but as I switched to the back, I just saw OJBW just crashed. I do not know what happened, so that's definitely going to be looked by the stewards there. I do not know what fully happened. Only saw quite a quick glimpse of the actual thing, but we are going to get back racing as Lawgamer does get the fastest lap due to the safety car. Lawgamer is leading. Leaderboard's still mixed up. As you see, Lawgamer there looks really calm. Still leading. As you see, the Smith in P2. As you see, Mods just coming out in P3. As you Danny coming really nicely. It's currently P5. Leaderboard is still mixed up. As we're going to look at back of the back, EDMG in P6. Immortal, what a start by him, going up into P7. It's a really good start. He does loses it there, however, as FIFA Legend does go past him. So these are probably in Sector 2 due to him. As you can see, a couple of back runners. OJBWW has pitted. So has Wheezy. So there has been a bit of a problem, but they have got rid of their 5-second penalty. It's going to be very good for them. As you see, Lawgamer is still leading. The Smith's still trying to gain on him, obviously, which is really annoying. However, Mods on his debut race is still trying to gain on him. The Smith'n just got the fastest lap, 1 minute 17.943 in the Mercedes. As you see, Seed is still chasing down the top 2. As I believe, yeah, Seed did actually pass Mods there. I didn't see it there. But you just see the Smith'n still trying to gain on Lord Gamer there. Does have plenty of ERS, however, does have around 75% of the ERS, as Lord Gamer does have around 60. He has got the yellow warning of the fuel there for Lord Gamer. The Smith's still trying to gain, as he has been overtaken by EDMG there over Danny, as he has been a couple places gain around here. Do not know what happened there. I believe it's the back runners, so they're getting currently the blue flag. As you just see Immortal go down the outside of FIFA Legend and gets past him. As FIFA Legend is gonna look for the switchback. Doesn't, nearly loses it there, however. So he's gonna get DRS on the Immortal here, but I believe he will not gain, as PB currently is behind, still trying to gain. Seed has pitted. He is in the pits, so people are gonna get a few places there. So Immortal moves up to P6. He has gone up 10 places, as I believe he did start P16, considering he did get disqualification. As you see, 2 wide by turn 3 here. He's now going to approach turn 4. Low game, gets a 3-second time penalty. EDMG goes past him, goes down the inside. As you see, Danny nearly got squeezed off the track there. Goes turn 5. Does have Mods on his inside. He's gonna go, yeah, does have the inside advantage there. Danny gets past him. Mods is still trying to gain on them as they're coming around turn 9 here. So Mods just dropped down by 2 places, so he's not in a podium position now. EDMG does go in a podium position. He did win at the Monaco Grand Prix, as Danny is still trying to gain on him there. Danny's still trying to gain on him. F7 Finn does get a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings there, as there is a couple penalties handed out. The Smithing is just past Lord Gamer. Lord Gamer has obviously went for the switchback here. The Smithing's got the outside here. It's gonna go real on the outside. Lord Gamer does have the inside, but the Smithing's gonna go on the inside on turn 3. Gets the overtake done there. See, Lord Gamer will have the. No, he was gonna go down the inside, but pulls out the last few seconds. As we got by turn 5 now, nearly is about to approach turn 6 and 7 on the little chicane here. Does that quite nicely there. The Smithing is still trying to gain away. Lord Gamer does have a 3-second time penalty. Cannot get rid of that Sadler. You can only get rid of 5-second penalties. C picks up 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. I believe someone else picked up a 3-second time penalty there, but I did not see it. EDMG still P3 in the McLaren. His McLaren teammate is just out the points. It's J Ruddy. So there's a huge gap between him and Rossi. So it's J Ruddy is not. He is new. He did race for his first league race yesterday in the Tier 2 race. As he's a yellow flag and it is a Williams. It's the Mike 655. Is his first race here. Looks like he is struggling. He probably will be racing for the Tier 2. Considering he's a new driver, but he has made the effort to race in today's race. Gonna look at the back runners of Wheezy. Wheezy is getting on the mic. He will definitely have him on the straight. He's probably just gonna wait. He's probably just gonna wait for that move. Yeah, he's gonna go down the inside. He's now on the mediums. As you see, the Ferrari of as Danny has actually gone into P3 now. OJBWW is currently last place, but did pit. Must have been a problem. So Danny just did past. Oh, EDMG has actually lost 2 places. The Immortal's actually gone past him. We didn't see that. So it looks like EDMG has just lost 2 places. So it's obviously made a silly mistake which lost him time. Gonna get DRS on Immortal here, but Immortal I believe is gonna get DRS on Danny, as he has been, I believe, a double overtake there. So GWV has now entered the pits, so has the Smithing. So these will be for the medium compound tyres here. Oh no, sorry, it's the hards for the 1-stop. So lap 7 to 8 is the hard. So 1-stop strategy here, as he is going to go on to the hards, as a couple of people are going to move up a couple of places now, as F7 Finn, currently P7, does have a time penalty, as PB has picked up a penalty. The Smithing did come up out the pits P9. Long Game gets another 3-second time penalties, so Danny is now P2. So the gap between him and Long Game is 2.6, but he's still gaining on time. Now it's gone down to around 2.5 seconds. So Danny gaining a little time. Now is now dropping down to 2.4 now. Now we're going to approach turn 13 now, Danny is. Followed by Immortal on ADMG. As Danny's going to come round the right hand turn of turn 14. He's now going to pass in Lord Gamer. Lord Gamer has pitted. Danny did pit early, I believe. I believe he did. So there has been a problem here, and it is the Williams driver, and it's a virtual safety car due to the driver of the Williams of the Mike Sick 55 DNF'd. So that's going to be a virtual safety car, so some people might quickly pit if they haven't pitted yet. As you see, the Red Bull and FIFA Legend have entered the pits. Sorry, it's only FIFA Legend that entered the pits. Virtual safety car, yellow flag. So the Mike 655, his first race, has DNF'd on his debut race, but however T1 is a really hard race, as OJBWW has now got a drive-through penalty, so does FIFA Legend. That is gonna really annoy each other. As question is OJ penalty just doing it. Believe he can actually do it, can't he? Yeah, he's gonna do it now, so quite smart by him. Danny's now gonna get underway due to the green flag has been given. So we're back racing now. Danny is still leading. Immortals had an incredible start. Gone up 14 places, now in P2. Started in P16, 1.2 second gap between him and Danny. As EDMG is behind him, just over a second, 1.2 now seconds. He's now going to push turn 4 and now into sector 2 now. EDMG has now gone into. He's in a podium position. I believe all the top 3 drivers currently in the podium position have all won races. I believe Danny has definitely won a race, I'm pretty sure. Immortals won a couple. He won at Bahrain. He definitely won at Netherlands, I think it was. ADMG just got 3-second time penalty from 1 to 1 as we just saw him go off a bit off track there. We've got PB who has actually had an incredible start. I was hoping he could have a really good race. He's now in P4 and I was hoping that Rossi could have a good race, and he's definitely having a good race. P5, I don't think I've actually seen him in the top 5 so far in this season, considering it's only the first season of the TRL GP Racing League of the Tier 1. Smithson was leading the Grand Prix, switching between him and Lord Gamer. Both looks like we're being very consistent with their laps. Smithson does get the fastest lap with 8 on the medium compound type Mercedes. So he's currently P6, a 1 minute 1 second point 3 gap between him and Rossi. Rossi does have a penalty, Smithson doesn't. Then you got Seed who's P7. Does have a penalty just over a second, 1.1 around second gap. Lord Gamer did start on the soft compound tyres. Started at P1, podium position, led the Grand Prix as he was switching between Smithson for leading the race. Did hit for the hard compound tyres, so it looks like he's definitely going for a one-stop strategy, but I believe there might be another safety car. F7 Finn has got 3-second time penalty. So for these hard runners, 25 laps seems reasonable, but they could lap 29 to get a few fast laps, gain time on the other drivers in front of them. But if they're being very consistent on their lap times, obviously they're going to stay on them. He's going to get DRS here on Seed Law Gamer, just under second, 0.9 seconds. As Rossi has now just lost pace due to Smithson going for the outside overtake. As Smithson is now going to enter by turn 2. Does that quite nicely. Rossi did crash in qualifying round the turn 2 and 3 area. Doing that quite nicely. He's now going to go into sector 2 now by turn 4. Does that quite nice. Goes up the long right hand turn of turn 5. As Mods was incredible in qualifying. He's currently P9, 7.8 second gap between him and Lord. So that's going to be really annoying as Lord is on the hard, so Mods can gain at least a couple of seconds. GWW 10 second gap between him and Mods. Really annoying for him. F7 Finn P11, 2.8 second gap. Now going up to a 3.2 second gap now. Looks like he's struggling. However, it is tier 1, so he's definitely faster drivers. It's J Ruddy, who is just behind. Oh no, sorry, 1.2 second gap between him and Finn. Just going flicking up now, it's nearly under a second, so the McLaren is definitely gaining on the Renault. Weezy, who did have a terrible start, collided with OJBWW, is now currently P13. I've really liked to watch him Weezy race, especially. He had a really good race at the Netherlands track. It's definitely showed us what he can do in Tier 1. Now had a bit of a shocking start, like I just said, colliding earlier into another driver. I do not really know what fully happened, but he was definitely one of them that got wing damage. He definitely pitted, because he pitted with Oliver, who is OJBWW. As you got FIFA Legend does have a time penalty of 15.6/7 seconds behind Weezer. You got the other Ferrari driver, 11.9 second, nearly 12-second gap between him and FIFA. You got OJBWW, 17-second gap between him and the Ferrari. We're now gonna go back up to Danny, still leading the Grand Prix. It's very close. Immortal's gaining on him. It is really close between these two. As you see them going up by turn 5. See, Danny is just doing these laps really nicely. However, Immortal is still gaining on him. As come Log Game and does get another 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. I believe that's around a 9-second time penalty. That is definitely going to affect him. As you just see Danny still leading the Hungary Grand Prix, followed by Immortal, who's had a really good start. He's on the hard compound tyres. Danny is on the medium compound tyres. So it looks like the hards are really working for Immortal. Really are working for him. He's going to get DRS here on Danny. 0.2 gap between him and Danny. So Immortal gaining on him. He's now going to get DRS here, as these only DRS zones in Sector 3-1 and another one in Sector 1. So it's quite a small track, quite some long left and right handed turns, as they're going to go up a long right handed turn here on turn 5. As Immortal is looking very consistent, and there is a problem, and it is Seed. I do not know what happened there. OJBWW does get a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings, so that is more annoying for him, considering his P16, 16-second gap between him and the Ferrari of R1JP. See, he didn't just spin. Didn't catch what caused that. He might have just called tyres not getting the temperatures right up, but Mods is incredibly close to him, as you can see here. See, does go off track, comes back off the exit lane. Going to approach turn 12 now. Now going to approach turn 13 not long. Oh, Mods just crashed into Seed there. That was definitely an accident. So that's going to cause a yellow flag in Sector 3. Now gets back underway, so that's going to put Seed into the pits now. So Seed's he's going to be very frustrated. ZDMG does go past him. PB has pitted, and Seed has just got a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. So now the top 5 are both racing points, both Mercedes and the Alfa Romeo of Law Gamer, as Danny now P5, his teammates P4. So we'll have a look at what. So Danny's gone for the undercut here. Question, is that gonna work? Rossi and Immortal both done the same amount of laps, 14 laps each. As the position changes are here, Immortal goes up by 15 places, as he did get disqualification, as he is a problem in Sector 2, and it is the Renault of F7 Finn. I believe he did spin out just there, so Immortal goes up by 15 places. This Smithman doesn't gain any places. Law Game, however, has dropped by 2 places. Rossi has gone up 10 places. Danny's gone up by 1. Mod's gone down 2. PB's gone up 3. EDMG's lost the position. GWV has lost the position. Wheezy's gone up 5 positions. J has gone up by 2 positions. Finn's gone down by 1 position. Lawgamer FIFA Legends, sorry, the team at Lawgamer has gone down 4. Danny has now got 3-second time penalty. That's going to affect him real bad here. As we're going to look at the front of the pack. As I'm just continuing going to say the position changes. R1JP is gone down 9 places. OJBWW has gone up 2 places. GWV has now got 3-second time penalty. Lawgaming does have a couple of time penalties. 8 are the time penalties, so the top 2 do not have penalties. From P3 to 5 I got penalties, so Lawgamer's got 9-second penalty. Rossi got 5-second. Dan's got 3-second. Then you got Mods who doesn't have a time penalty, but his teammate does on PB, got 3-second. EDMG got a 3-second. GWV does got 3-second. Then you go Rap by Reason and Ruddy J do not have penalties. Finn got 6-second. FIFA Legend got a 3. R1GP's got none, and OJBWW has got a 3-second penalty. So we're going to look at the top 2 here. As you can see, Immortal's just rapping on this track. As you did see, he only did laps on the medium compound tyres, and he's looking really good on the hards here, as he is gaining on the car in front of him. So that's going to be probably FIFA Legend, I believe. Yeah, it is Immortal. I don't know what were happening there. I don't know if he were just getting a bit more temperatures in his tyres there. Nearly spun there. So Juddy J has now pitted. Finn has pitted. I believe they'll go into the mediums. I really think they'll go into the mediums here. Or will they go into the hards? As we're going to have a quick look now, as we're going to go to Ruddy. They're on the hards. Finn's on the hards, so that's going to be their tyres for the rest of the race, I reckon. Immortal is now ghosting through 2 of the drivers that are in the backs, which is the McLaren of Ruddy J and FIFA Legend. He's now going to look at his teammate D Smith and on the medium compound tyres, so he's probably going to go onto some softs, I believe, in 10 laps time. Yeah, I believe he will. Immortal's definitely going to maybe pit soon. So I reckon Immortal's going to do another at least 7 laps and pit for the mediums for the remaining of the race. But saying that, 17 laps already gone. He's looking incredible on those hards as well. Gamer still in a podium position, so he's having still incredible at race, as he did start on pole position. Still trying to obviously keep the momentum, trying to keep being consistent on his lap times. As he comes out of that corner quite nicely there. So on the hards, I don't know what his fastest lap is, as I'll have a quick look. His fastest lap is a 1:17.983. So he is currently, as we are looking down, he is currently, I believe, the 4th fastest. I believe he is the 4th fastest. Oh no, 5th fastest, sorry. 2nd fastest on the track is, I believe, it's Danny Azizi's safety car, and it is the Haas of OJBWW. So it goes out in turn 1, late braking, I believe. Question: Lawgamer gonna pit here? Lawgamer is pitting. I believe they're going to the medium compound tyres. couple are pitting here, so it's been as the Mercedes are double stacking. They are double stacking here. Log Game is now going to come on. He's going to pit for the mediums. It's going to come out as P2 as that's really bad timing by the Mercedes team. Really bad timing. Log Game is now going to go up a couple positions, so this is going to give the drivers to be more compact, more together, and be more of a fun race. So all the drivers are going to start like normal, one behind each other, then get a good start. But I don't know what the Mercedes were doing there. So I believe most drivers would have actually gone onto the medium compound tyres. As you can see, Finn and Ruddy J have already done laps on the hard, so they'll stay on the hard. PB will probably stay on the hard, so he will do 19 laps on the mediums. FIFA Legend has pitted for, I don't know what he's pitted for, but we'll have a quick look. Got his point of view. As you can see, he has gone on to the medium compound tyre, so he's being quite smart here. Immortal now leading the Grand Prix, which is quite good. I'm gonna have a quick look at the penalties. So as we last looked, they're all the same apart from Finn's increased his by another set of 3-second time penalty, so he's now on a 9-second time penalty. So it's annoying for him, as they are going to get the temperatures into those brakes and new set of stints, which I believe most of them have gone into the medium compound tyres. As the chat, as stream chat, as say, where's Dylan? He couldn't make today's race, sadly. However, he did race really good. Unfortunately, actually, he did have a really bad start. I forgot about his start. Went off, I believe, turn 1 early on in the race. I believe it was lap 2 or 1. Then crawled his way back up the leaderboard and still grabbed a decent amount of points for the McLaren team. But Dylan is unfortunately not racing, as the back runners, I believe, still catching up. FIFA Legend still catching up. Has got usually gets a lot of penalties. Not trying to be towards him, but it's only got one set of 3-second time penalties. But he's now trying to still catch up to the safety car, as it could set off soon, as he's got a Renault in front of him of F7 Flynn. You can see the Ferrari there. Don't know what happened, he's just stuck in gear. Race control, safety car in this lap has him. FIFA Legend has just caught up, so that is really good for him. My question, so it's Ruddy J. He's in AI mode. F7, what is Finn doing there? He basically just scraped Finn's car. Is just gonna go in front of the pack. So log game looks like inside move on log game on Immortal, sorry. BB still behind. Danny trying to look like he's going for inside move here. Still trying to pull the weight of the car over. Gonna get the outside, goes down the outside and goes into P3. The Smithson is now in P4. PB has just dropped by 2 places. Just gonna look at Rossi, it's still P6, that is really good, having a good race so far. Doesn't have a penalty, so PB does have a penalty, who's in front of him. So we look at EDMG, we has a penalty, P7 mods, P8, GW, obviously it goes through of the Ferraris. Now gonna try again up to mods now. Weezy now in the points, finally for the AlphaTauri team, as his teammate is just actually in front of him. GW, FIFA legend, the Alfa Romeo, his teammate is P2, so still some good enough amount of points for the Alfa Romeo team. It's Jude who's in AI mode, sadly, or did disconnect. As you can see, the two back runners. Finn is still racing, I believe. Someone just picked up a penalty, so we're just gonna go back to the front runners. Gonna go on live with Danny, sorry, as they are going in turn 2, now approaching turn 3. I believe he is actually faster than Lord Gamer at the moment. Lord Gamer just didn't look like he was struggling a bit there. When I approach the China chicane, the FIFA legend just got a 3-second time penalty, so he's now on a 6-second time penalty, which is really going to annoy him. As Danny now still obviously trying to get Immortal, who just got disqualification for parking in a dangerous area and allowing others to pass him because he did spin out. Now still leading the Grand Prix, so he's doing incredible. He's gone up 15 positions. That is still really good by him. Really good for the Mercedes team. It's another fastest lap, 1 minute 16.717. Lord Gamer still in P2. This Smithen is still trying to look. I was just still trying to look for a move on Danny, but Danny is closing the gap between him and Lord Gamer. Looks like Danny's looking more consistent. Looks like Lord Gamer looks like he's struggling in turn 2 and 3. But saying that, there's around a 20% difference of ERS here. As Lord Gamer just does have around 60, whereas Danny is now flickering between 79 and 81 now. The Smithen has got plenty of ERS, still plenty in the race, as the car of the Renault of F7 Finn has just had a problem in turn 5 there. His tyres may be still cold. We are going to go back to the front of the pack. Lord Gamer still top 3 is still, top 5 in fact still the Smith. The Smithen is being rather patient. He is not going to use any ERS. However, this Smithen doesn't have a penalty, so, and the cars in front of him do have penalties except his teammate Immortal. So is he actually in a podium position here? However, he's going to go around turn 2. Now going to approach turn 3. Not going to use any ERS there. I thought he may use a little bit there. Quite nearly spun there, but comes up right at turn 5 along. Right, now I'm going to approach the little chicane on turn 6 and 7. Ooh, as this Smithen nearly loses it there, goes too much off the track there, but manages to keep control of his cars. Danny's just gone on the grass. This Smithen nearly went into the back of him. So this Smithen goes down the inside and gets the overtake done. Don't know what happened there to Danny, but PB's got another 3-second time penalty. So the Racing Point team is out of the podium position, but Danny still can get the move done, but he does have a penalty. As the Smithen's still looking rather good on the straight. Danny's going to get DRS. Comes out of turn 1 quite nicely there. Going to get the DRS here. He's upshifting gears all the way to gear 7. Going to drop all the way to gear 2 there. Now flip upshifts to gear 3. He's now going to still keep the momentum here. Goes off the curb, does that quite nicely there. Dismeffin, as you can see in front of him. Dismeffin looks really strong on this track. Really does. Puts into gear 2 there, goes up to gear 3. Gonna drop to gear 4, gonna keep to gear 4, drops down by 1 gear, goes up by 1 gear. Now in gear 6. Downshifts to gear 5, Finn gets a 3-second time penalty. Smithing looks really good here. Mods gets a 3-second time penalty there. But quite a few people are now picking up penalties because it's nearly getting to the end of the race. It's lap 26 at the moment. As you can just see, the gap is getting closer and closer. He's smithing that lap 0.70. So he's being very consistent on his lap. Still, I believe, increasing his time. But still not beating the fastest lap. As Danny's just still chasing down. ZDMG is actually not too far away, but still does have traffic behind. You see Rossi's still getting on him. You can see Rossi does get time added on there. 0.713 there. There's PB. Got his point of view. Lord Gamer gets another 3-second time penalty. However, that could cost him hugely, as we're going to look at the interval. So that already puts, I believe, Danny in a podium position here. Danny nearly loses it, however, out of turn 13. Aziz a problem. I'm going to quickly go down. I believe it's Finn. Finn looks like he's struggling on the outcome. Well, into turn 5, so he's having a problem there. Which is really annoying. Immortal still leading the Grand Prix. Still increasing his times, being very consistent on the medium compound tyres. You saw him getting the 1:15s in qualifying, which is really good by him. Wheezy is now going up to P8, so he is still increasing, still being very consistent on his laps. Obviously still gaining on mods. As they enter by the little chicane here, Wheezy could actually have him here. He's definitely going to have him soon, because it looks like Wheezy's just being very consistent here. He's now going to approach by turn... Now going to approach turn 12 now. As he's a virtual safety car. It is the Renault again of Finn. Looks like he's struggling. He may have to retire if he does have too much damage. I think there is a problem there. Just gonna wait for the safety car. Well, a virtual safety car here. As the must keep the delta down. G-Dub has DNF'd. It's unfortunately for him, as Wheezy is now in points. Lord Gamer has now got a drive-through penalty. No way. That is really annoying for him. He's in P2. So this could be a one. This is definitely going to be a 1-2 for the Mercedes team now. Got 3 laps to do his drive-through. So that's going to put him right back. That could actually take him up the points. As you actually see, FIFA Legends just picked up a 3-second time penalty. Danny is now entering turn 5, so I reckon that's he might come out behind Danny here. Lord Gamer, does he go in this lap? I think he will do. I think he definitely will. I'm gonna look if he does enter the pits, and he has entered the pits for the drive-through penalty. This method is now gonna overtake him as he just did on the straight. So it's a 1-2 now for the Mercedes team. Both have 0 penalties. EDMG is now gonna go in front of him. However, Rossi, who I thought will have a good race, he's in a podium position here. He is well, he's 1.3 second gap between him and EDMG. So Danny is now on 1 point. Rossi is now P4. Really getting close now. Getting incredibly close. As Ross is going to enter by turn 6 and 7 of the little chicane here. Comes out that quite nicely, but he's losing time here. Rossi is losing time. He's slowly gaining. Looks like it's actually gaining time here. Keeps gaining, losing. It looks like out of sector 3 looks quite strong here. He's now going to approach the final corner, turn 14. Got a long right hand turn. Looks that quite nicely. Looks like he's looking to be alright. His last couple laps have obviously been quite close, but he isn't gaining time. He just went over. He's not going faster than his previous laps, so that's really annoying. As Weezy, who, if you didn't know, started watching the race from the beginning, did have a crash. I think it was OJBWW who had a crash with, or both collided into due to the crash maybe in front of them. Both pitted on the first very lap. Had a safety car which allowed them to come back in the race for Wheezy, but all OJBWW did crash out on turn 1. Must got to put the brakes on, but Wheezy, what a race he's had. Looks like he's been very good here. As we're going to look at both of the Red Bulls here, still trying to chase down Wheezy, but Wheezy does not have a penalty, so does Rossi. And obviously the Mercedes do not, and it's Jay Ruddy. I don't know if he's still in AI mode here. I can't really tell. I believe he does. Yeah, he is. Danny was in a podium position. He's now in P10. Got 1 point so far in this race. FIFA Legend, however, is just in front of him. Danny is still gaining on him, but I believe due to FIFA Legend time penalties, I believe he has more than Danny. As we're gonna look at the end of the race, because I do not want to reveal anything in the final coming laps. So there are 3 laps remaining. So Immortal's about to go through Finn now. Now officially goes through him. Smithson is slowly behind him, 3.3 second gap. EDMG, who's over 5 second gap, just went under, is now still P3. However, Rossi will get the P3 podium. Rossi's having an incredible race, as due to recent races he hasn't performed that well. However, he's also DNF'd in quite a few, obviously being unlucky, but like I said earlier, came into this race full with confidence and just really buzzing about this race. Same for Weezy, he's had an incredible race, got no penalties, as Lord Gamer has now just passed the Red Bull of mods, but Lord Gamer does have quite a few 3-second penalties, as PB went off track there. So Lord Gamer will probably, oh, that was definitely an accident. So Lord Gamer has now lost the position. Mods is now going in front of both. So Mods gets the double overtake. Danny is now gone past PB. PB now has a problem. I believe he may have wing damage. I believe he does have wing damage. Or maybe not, or just oversteered out. But that's going to affect Lord Gamer only because he simply could have overtook him there, but couldn't. Lord Gamer still trying to chase down the Red Bull on mods. But mods for his debut race is still doing quite good for P6. And obviously trying to get points for the Red Bull team, as they have actually struggled to get points, I do believe, from races. Lord Gamer has now got another set of 3-second penalties, and Immortal does. This Smurfing can actually get a podium position here. So officially now it is 0.4 seconds behind Immortal due to the 3-second time penalty. Ross is still trying to just keep consistent to get that podium position. He's probably going to be really happy with himself, as he's going to get his first podium for Tribute Racing League, and it is the final lap. Final lap now. So this is probably going to be the race winner of Immortal. Now going to approach into sector 2 on turn 4. Does that really nicely there. He's now going to approach the turn 5 of the long right hand turn. Doesn't hit the curb. Comes into little chicane on turn 6 and 7. Does that quite nicely. FIFA Legend gets the fastest lap with 1 minute 16.696. Comes around turn 8 and 9 quite nicely. Now going to approach turn 11, sorry there. Now going to come all the way down to turn 12. Does that really nicely there, goes a bit off track. Now going to come the long left hand turn of turn 13. Is now going to approach the final turn of turn 14. Is now moving. And that's your race winner of Immortal winning. But let's have a look if Rossi is now going to get a podium position here. And you just see Finn loses it there on turn 14 there. Rossi gets P3 as Finn does get a penalty, unserved penalty, so a 5-second penalty for Finn. As we're going to see, FIFA Legend is now going to approach the final corner. Running out of fuel, gets the overtake, gets ERS in, then crosses the finish line. Really good racing there. As driver of the day goes to Immortal, so well done to him. Now Immortal is now celebrating, lifts up the trophy, and the winner of the Hungary Grand Prix Round 9 Tier 1 Racing League is Immortal. So as you see, Tier 1 racing driver who just won the Hungary Grand Prix goes to Immortal, followed by DeSmithen and followed by Rossi. What a race. They are the race results. Immortal P1, DeSmithen P2, Rossi P3, EDNG P4, Easy P5, Mods P6.